To find the solutions for this quadratic equation, I'm going to solve it by factoring. So in order to do that, make sure that your quadratic equation is always set equal to 0. So therefore, I need to move that -2 to the other side. So therefore, it will become +2. So now my equation is going to look like 12x squared minus 11x plus 2 equals to 0. So to solve this quadratic equation by factoring, I am looking for two numbers that will multiply, give me 12x squared, and add, when I add these two numbers diagonally in the table, it's going to give me -11x, and then again multiply, give me +2. So to find two numbers that will add, give you -11x, you're going to multiply the number in front of x squared times the constant, which gives you 24. And now you're going to list all the two numbers that will multiply, give you 24. So that's 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 times 8 is 24, and 4 and 6. Since 11 is negative, that tells you that the bigger numbers all have to be negative. And because 24 is positive, then all the smaller numbers have to be negative, because negative times negative will give you +24. And now you can see that -3 plus -8 will give you -11. So therefore, the numbers in the table here will be -3x plus -8x. That will give you -11x. So to help us find the factors, you're going to start either with a column or a row. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to start with this row here. So the greatest common factor between 12 and -3, that's going to be 3. And then for the variables, you take out the smaller exponent, which is going to be 1. So now I know the greatest common factor between 12x squared and -3x is 3x. For the rest of it, I can just work backwards to find it. So we know that 3x times 4x is 12x squared. 3x times -1 is -3x. And -2 times 4x is -8x, and -2 times -1 is +2. So now I have found the factors of this quadratic equation, which is 3x minus 2 times 4x minus 1. Because if I distribute these two binomials, then I'm going to get 12x squared minus 11x plus 2, and that's equal to 0. So when you have factors equal to 0, this tells you that one of the factors has to be 0, because 0 times something will give you 0. So therefore, either 3x minus 2 is equal to 0, or 4x minus 1 equals to 0. So when you find the solutions for this quadratic equation, you just solve both of these equations. So to solve the first equation, you move -2 to the other side, which will become +2. So therefore, we have 3x equals to 0 plus 2 is 2. And then to solve for x, divide both sides by 3. So therefore, x equals to 2/3. That's my first solution for this equation. And to find the second solution, you solve this second equation. So -1, you move it to the other side, that will become +1. So we have 4x equals to 0 plus 1 is 1, and divided by 4. So the second solution for this equation is x equals to 1/4.